Hello there, Riderflex Nation. Steve Urban here with more career advice and job interviewing tips for you. And as a quick reminder, if you enjoy our podcast, please remember to subscribe to our channel and like the episodes. And on today's podcast, why I kept certain people during mass layoffs. I had the challenging responsibility back in 2008 when the world was crashing and companies were laying off a bunch of people due to the market going south. I was COO/CEO for a pretty large company, over 200 employees, and we had to do a bunch of layoffs as well, like many other companies. And so it was a super tough time, not only for the people being laid off, but also for me and the supervisors who had to actually execute the terminations and the layoffs. It's a very stressful situation. For any of you listening to this podcast, I'm sure you can relate. You know, letting somebody go, whether it's a layoff or a termination, is a highly stressful and emotional thing to deal with. And so I wanted to share with you, why I ended up keeping certain people during a mass layoff. Now, let's assume just for a minute that I kept people that can functionally do the job and were consistently delivering. Okay, so that's, let's set that aside for a second and just assume those two things were being done, right? They could functionally do the job and they consistently delivered. Now, beyond that, how did I decide who to keep? Right? How did I decide who to keep? 4 key things I want to share with you. And the reason I'm doing this podcast is because I think as an employee, you need to be thinking like this or behaving in certain ways to protect your position in your career during tough times. And by the way, you should be doing it even during the good times so that you're ready in case the company goes through a downturn or things get bad with cash flow or whatever. So be thinking about these things with your behaviors and how you participate in the office with other people, etc. Because there were 4 key things I considered when deciding who to let go and who to keep. Number 1, do people like you? I mean, if nobody likes you on the team and everybody just kind of has this negative vibe about you, those are people I didn't keep. So is politics and making sure people like you part of it? Yes, it is. Whether you like it or not, that's part of it. Number 2, are you a team player? I immediately looked at the list and I thought, well, is Mary a team player? Is she willing to work outside of her box and go the extra mile and be a team player? So I just considered that right away when looking at who to keep. Number 3, I looked at who was versatile, who could do things outside of their current job and who was promotable, maybe to the next level or to a different area. I wanted to keep the people that I knew had more potential than their current role. And number 4, low drama. I wanted low drama. If there was anybody on the list, even if they were doing a consistently good job, right? Even if they were delivering good work, if they were high drama, just always having issues and problems and missing work or having, drama with other employees, they were out. Those are people I let go, right? They ended up on the layoff list. So I wanted to just share those 4 things with you because I think it's important to remember these as you move through your career and as the years pass in a company. Be thinking about your behavior, your reputation, what people think of you, how you work with others. All of those things will come into play if the company ever hits a downturn and they have to start looking at letting people go. Okay? The 4 things I shared with you are, do people like you? Are you a team player? Are you versatile? Excuse me. And can you go and do other things? And are you promotable? And the 4th one is low drama. Make sure you're low drama. And there is your Riderflex tip of the day. We truly hope you find our material helpful and entertaining. And while our podcast can be heard across most platforms, including iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, YouTube, and SoundCloud, you can become a supporter of this podcast by visiting our show on the platform Anchor FM. That's anchor.fm/Riderflex. You can also send us your questions or suggested topics for future episodes to the email address podcast@riderflex.com or drop us a voicemail at 888-964-5876, extension 710. Visit riderflex.com to learn more about us. Thanks so much for listening, folks, and have a great day.